Alright everyone, my name is Iron Armenian and I may have come up with an interesting idea I think. Now a few days ago, some of you may have saw that video on my channel called Uncharted 4 100% Legit Trailer, which involved me messing around in a KV2 on the side of a cliff, as being represented in the background now. This was the afterbirth of what happened on my stream, which was like the day before, in which basically anyone joined my custom battle to throw themselves off that cliff. After throwing myself off the cliff several times, I noticed that, wait a minute, what happens if I grapple onto someone else? And what if that someone else is anchored down by a couple of other tanks? So on that stream, within maybe an hour, we started bungee jumping off that cliff. We had an American tortoise, hooked onto 3 mouses to be anchors, and then from there on I was just driving at full speed and at the last second, attaching my tow hook to the tortoise, and watching me slam into the cliff face. It was rather amusing. So that's what inspired me to make the Uncharted 4 100% Legit trailer. And I thought, what if I take this idea further? And I read a comment that was something like, this is a 100% legit strategy that the Russians used to ambush Germans. And I thought, you know what? That would be a good idea for a sketch. So that's what we're going to do. You guys are going to help me make this. And I say you guys, I just mean a few of you. But I thought I probably should explain it in a YouTube video first, because it's a bit of a complicated process and I have no idea how to communicate it over TeamSpeak with 16 people all yelling at the same time. Now the idea is simple. We will get 4 German tanks to go down the hill first and somehow survive the fall. It happens, like I had to do it like 2 or 3 times, but you can get down the hill and live. So we'll get 4 German tanks to be down there. These will be the people that will be ambushed. We the Russians, which will consist of 16 players, will split ourselves into 4 squads. As you can see in this picture here that I spent loads of time and effort making in Microsoft Paint. The reds will be representing the Russians and the grey will represent the Germans. That green line you see is the edge of the cliff. The black lines represent tow hooks. All of the Russians should be using heavy tanks, and the tank hanging over the cliff edge, ideally I would like it to be a KV2. To set up this configuration, the tank in the middle should press 0 to ask for help with towing. Then other teammates can then attach onto that person. You should try though to make the tow hook as long as possible before attaching, because when you attach, that's the distance that the tow hook will remain at. So try and be at the maximum distance before pressing 0 on the guy to attach your tow hook. We'll mess around on TeamSpeak or something and we'll try and get this thing to work. I'll put the details of the TeamSpeak in the description below. I'll probably be streaming the event as I can imagine it being rather amusing to watch. And I'll also put out a message via my Steam community thing where like it pops up on your display when the event's happening so I can get people to help me. You guys can join the TeamSpeak when you see the message come up. And I'll just drag 20 of you into a private room and we'll get started and try and do it. If there's anything I haven't really described properly, drop a message in the comment section below and I'll keep that aware for when we do the event to maybe explain it. But I think I pretty much gave you a good idea. As you can see in the background, I'm just showing you like clips of the stream that we did, which was rather fun. And with all done, when we finished it, done it, I'll use some of my editing magic in the War Thunders replayer, which I really hate, but I will bravely use to get this awesome action film done. We might even do it at night time to add more taste to the ambush. Ideally, when we're doing this, we can synchronize our tanks up into this formation, and we can all kind of rappel down the side of the cliff face. 4 KV2s going backwards down the hill if possible. Forwards, it doesn't really matter either. But the importance is that if we can do this all at the same time, I can imagine it looking great. The German tanks should come along. They don't know what's coming. Boom, 4 KV2 shots, 4 dead Germans, just like that. They didn't see it coming at all. A War Thunder server can take 32 people. So instead of doing maybe 4 squads with 4 people, I could do 5 squads with 4 people and 5 German tanks, adding to a total of 30 people. I thought of that just now. Yeah, let's do that instead actually, yeah. So we'll have 5 squads. I think that'll work. What could go wrong with 30 people trying to synchronize 30 people on a TeamSpeak all at the same time? It's going to be smashing. Oh, and I should probably update you guys on the animation. Yes, my animation competition. That is a thing still. Don't worry, that's still happening. I have received 3 entries at the moment. And I'm aware there's a few more on the way. There were some people inquiring what was the deadline, what were the conditions, and I'll answer these questions for you right now. The deadline is when I reach 10,000 subs, which I estimate to be 14 days away from now. But for security purposes, because I know animation's annoying and you're busy, and you don't want to just suddenly find out you missed the deadline, I will lock in that date for you so that no matter what happens, it will be that date. And that date will be the 28th of March. So after the 28th of March, I won't take any more submissions, not that I expect anyone to even remember this competition exists, But this deadline is just to help anyone that's still working on the competition now. Another thing was, can I upload the video to my own YouTube channel, or would YouTube get a bit confused about duplicate uploads? Nope, YouTube does not actually do any duplicate uploads. I can steal anyone's videos and re-upload them on my channel with zero editing, and YouTube doesn't give a shit, and you can still monetize it. So that's all fine and dandy. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Any questions, put them in the comment section below. And I look forward to seeing you to try and put off this stupidly, overly complicated plan. Actually, it isn't that complicated though, is it? I mean, kind of and not kind of. I mean, my simple diagrams, drawn by the expert hand of obviously a professional, demonstrate that it should be possible. Anyway, tar.
Like, comment and subscribe, or I'll break your f***ing legs.